Yes, and welcome back to the 94 Club for your daily dose of country music. Hey, look, this week we've got quite the list to get through. It's a little colder in here, and you can probably hear the rain as well. But we're going to get into the music. So we've got Home Free, Eric Church, Cassie Velazza, Tyler Childers, Towns Van Zandt, Zach Bryan, Upchurch, Chris Stapleton, and Kaylee Hammock. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and we'll get into the music for the week. Just remember, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest videos, and please hit that subscribe button. You will join the 94 Club. We would love to have you as part of the community. Anyway, let's get into it. Right, so before we get into the songs this week, I want to try one thing. I want to grow the channel a little bit more. It's growing really well, and I appreciate everyone listening and tuning in and dropping comments. I appreciate it all. But this has all been really organic, so it's just been uploading videos and hoping people watch it and listen. But what I'd like to do, if you really like this song, try and share it with one other person or in one place. So whether that's Facebook, a Facebook group, or Reddit, or Twitter, or Instagram, or whatever. I want to see if we can achieve some growth through you guys, because you do so much for me, and I appreciate it. But hey, let's get into this one. Right, so this request came in this week. Tyler Childers, Born Again. We are continuing with that Tyler Tuesdays train. If you want to see all the Tyler songs I've done, I've created a playlist on my channel, so have a little look through, and you'll be able to see the reactions in there. I've done obviously most of the really popular ones, and also some of the less popular maybe, but they've all come by way of request on this channel. But yeah, have a little look before you suggest something, or just suggest it and I'll tell you. Anyway, we're going to get into this one. I have no idea what it is about, so let's just get into it straight away.
Once I was a dying breed, chewing on an ancient leaf, before we took the notion to keep up with the times, leave them all behind. Chiseled to the paper, tattoos on the ether, fading in the light. All the while I gorge my gut, come the time that I would rut, running high and low to find my prehistoric queen, to keep me warm till spring, when I go out with my friends, graze the land and wonder when I'd see your face again. Till the day I met my doom, took one in the boiler room, put food on the table of a dying breed of man. Once I was a broken heart, and once I tore your heart apart. Once my heart put out before I ever got to breathe, but my soul returned to seed and come to earth again, clucking out a living as a favorite laying hen. Day I met my doom, a fox got in the chicken coop, doing all he knew to do to feed a hungry den.
So yeah, I mean, obviously what we're doing in this song at the minute is we're comparing life to chickens, and how life must actually how life is like. Because sometimes you feel like you're in a chicken coop, and you're like, if I had time again, I'm hoping I would come back as one of the favourite laying hens. So yeah, let's continue listening, and we'll do that dive into the lyrics at the end.
on down the line, I've swam canals and bore the hide of plenty births along this ride, being born again. Once I was and you were too, and we were both the word of truth. We built this world together with a loud and mighty bang. Lord, it sounded like a train and echoed o'er the land. And we came up with a game to play, being born again.
He sounded really, really nice on this one, Tyler did. The melody was actually really good as well. So, yeah, overall good song. I think the lyrics on this one, before I read into it again, they were a little difficult for me to decipher. Sometimes I listen to country music and it's just a different way of talking. And I just think I don't always pick up on it. So I'm hoping when I read through the lyrics we do this time. The first verse is probably the one I struggled with the most on. So once I was a dying breed, chewing on an ancient leaf. And actually, is he kind of talking about different life experiences throughout this whole song and comparing to different living things, and how much of a struggle life often feels, and if I had the chance to come back again, this is how I would do it differently. I think that's kind of where we're coming from. Let me know if I have gone astray on this, and I'm sure you'll put me right in the comments. So once I was a dying breed, chewing on an ancient leaf, before we took the notion to keep up with the times and leave them all behind, chiseled to the paper, tattoos on the ether, fading in the light. Yeah, you are going to have to help me with that verse. And while I'd gorge from my gut, come the time then I would rut, running high and low to find my prehistoric queen, to keep me warm till spring, when I'd go out with my friends, graze the land and wonder when I'd see your face again. And obviously this part of the story, and again my history is not great, so please do forgive me for this one, but I think this little bit is kind of the way of life back then. Was through the winters you would stay with the woman, and then you would leave for the spring to go out, maybe hunting, maybe finding food, maybe finding better places to live, or fighting, maybe war. I know if you look at the Vikings, for instance, they would often come over to the UK to fight and take land, and they would leave their women at home in the countries that they were coming from. So it's interesting. To the day I met my doom, I took one in the boiler room to put food on the table of a dying breed of man. Once I was a broken heart, and once I tore you apart. Once my heart put out before I ever got to breathe. But my soul returned to seed and come to earth again, clucking out a living as the favourite laying hen. These are kind of the mistakes that we make as humans in relationships, I think. And he's kind of saying, well, if my soul returned to seed and come out on earth, I would come out much more polished and much better than I've kind of played this hand that I've been dealt. To the day I met my doom, a fox got in the chicken coop, doing all he knew to do to feed a hungry den. On and on down the line, I've swam canals and bore the hide, plenty births along this ride of being born again. And obviously what he talks about in here as well, right at the end, and we will touch on those lyrics, is coming up with this game of being born again. And I think we're playing out different circumstances, and none of them are turning out right for him. Once I was young, once I was and you were too, and we were both the word of truth. We built this world together with a loud and mighty bang. Lord, it sounded like a train and echoed over the land. And we came up with a game to play of being born again. And I think this is definitely his song for someone else. And this idea of, if we had time again, we would do it so much better and so much differently. And it's his relationship with God as well, so that we built this world together with a loud and mighty bang is like the start of everything. It's a nice song. I mean, the lyrics are really kind of hard for me to decipher because it's a way of talking that I've not been used to. So please do point me in the right direction if you can. I feel I haven't done this song justice because it does sound great. Tyler sounds great on it, and it definitely serves some real important message. The idea of being born again, I think, is making it feel like you've lived so many lives. And I think one of the things about Tyler is he has a lot of wisdom for such a young guy. And that comes through the sharing of stories and things like that. And that obviously happens a lot in the country. But there is this idea that you get better at storytelling with every single story you tell. And I think because Tyler tells so many great stories, he does keep getting better and better and better. But yeah, he sounds really good. But anyway, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and you'll join the 94 Club. We would love to have you as part of this community, and yeah, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest videos. But for now, that's me. Thank you. Peace.